What's up, fam? I'm your host, Jack Settleman. Joining me today, as always, my co-host and longtime best friend, Abe Granoff. Today, we're in the stew. Can I help you? Because you're not going to want to lean down every time you talk. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. There you go. Stew. Abe, what is on your mind today?
This seat, this chair, this area has taken a beating this week on the internet. I'll start off on the lighter note. You're cheating on me?
No?
Like, we got a studio, and I see people are sitting in my chair.
Yeah, so...
That guy looked like a nice guy. Podcast was great. Looks like he farts a little bit too often.
All right, so for those who don't know, I did do a podcast in my home studio.
Did you say this still?
And in the past, when I've done other podcasts, Abe has claimed that I was cheating on him, but I've never really done it in the same environment,
right?
But now that Abe has his spot, I have mine. Another man to host a podcast in his spot. I understand how he can feel that way. By the way, that man is Cal Ripken's son.
Oh, cool. Don't sit in my fucking seat. What else is on my mind? I got flamed on the internet.
Yeah.
So I have to sit with correct posture. JR interview came out. It was awesome. We went on Legion Hoops. We were on all these accounts, the clips. Go check them out if you haven't seen it. And there was one account on the internet. And I'll be honest, Jack, you get a lot of, with your community, you get a lot of messages. You get a lot of replies. Do you go hate hunting?
No, not really.
Oh, I went hate hunting. When Legion Hoops posted our clip, it had like 300 replies, 70 quote tweets. I was scrolling the entire time, trying to find someone that was talking shit on me, that anything. Like I don't know why. For now, maybe it's because like my following isn't there yet. But like someone hating on me on the internet feels so awesome.
Well, that's one of those I made it moments.
Right, exactly.
People care enough to hate.
Like I texted my roommate right when I was like, yes, I got one. And this guy flamed me for the way that I was sitting, and I'm going to be a man about it and say that he was right. I don't know how I was sitting in that JR interview. But I don't know what his Twitter account is.
It was like you were holding yourself. Yeah.
Maybe this feels natural.
I don't.
But this is just for that guy out there. I think sitting like Bernie Sanders.
I'm gonna say something, and then it'll probably put you in that position. Like Philadelphia loses every championship. If I said that, that's what I would imagine the position you. It's almost like a mini seated fetal position.
I don't necessarily think that bringing up that example was relevant. Anyway, I got flamed on the internet. That was cool. And then I got humbled today in New York. The city has interesting ways to humble you. I'm walking to work. It's 8 a.m. Brick out, by the way. Cold as ever. And I'm on Park Ave, so it's a pretty congested area. Walking to work, and there's like not much sidewalk room, and there's people walking towards me. I'm walking towards them. Got fucking shouldered to my shoulder. Guy just kept moving, knocked me off my block. I turned around. I was like, what the heck, man? And
you didn't say anything.
I turned around, what the? And then I kept walking.
Right.
And it stuck with me.
Was it on you? Like, whose responsibility?
To get out of the way?
Yeah. Or it was just like, it was a free space.
He didn't have to hit me.
Yeah.
He bodied me.
Yeah.
And it stuck with me for the entire morning. This city has numerous ways to humble you. Whether it's homeless people yelling at you, whether it's people bodying you on the street, it's not for everybody. It really isn't. And I found that out the hard way on the internet the other day by the way that I sit and then just walk into work.
All right. Well, we are going to talk about a multitude of things. We got MLB opening day. I took off my Orioles jersey. I actually wanted to rock
still have
that.
your Orioles jersey, by the way.
Which one? Trey Mancini?
Yeah.
Trey Mancini one. We'll talk about the NFL. We'll talk about the NBA. We'll do our Cuck of the Week, an internet graphic, and rank our favorite breakfast series of all time. But this one I wanted to start with because I thought this was a really fun question and exercise. Ross Tucker, he's an NFL guy, and he tweeted out that the Panthers are, he quote tweeted, the Panthers are taking Will Levis to dinner. What do you order? Like, how do you play this angle? Because they not only want to get to know you and evaluate if you could be the franchise guy, the #1 overall pick, but they're testing you all along the way. So in this hypothetical, let's say it's the owner, the coach, the GM, maybe the OC and quarterbacks coach, and like one or two shot callers, maybe on the business side, maybe in, the front office side, and Will Levis, and let's say it's just him, no agent, no nothing.
So are we just using Will Levis as the example?
Yeah.
Because there is a
no.
If you're Trevor Lawrence a few years ago and you're going one.
No,
at that point,
we'll talk this draft class where there's not a consensus number one, and just in general, you're a high-rated quarterback, but you're not the generational guy where if you took a piss on the table, you're still going number one overall, right? So you're going to that dinner.
Okay.
First question: what is your drink order? How are you playing the drinks? So the waiter comes over. First question.
You're the first person.
You're first person. What do you do?
I'm probably going water.
Yeah, you gotta go.
You gotta go water.
Okay, all right.
And then, well, there's a multitude of reasons. Like, chances are, if the owner is there,
Yep.
so they're broke.
Yeah, they are.
Owners are broke boys. We've learned.
Yeah.
So chances are you're at like an Outback where they don't really serve alcohol. So you go with water. Maybe the coach rags on you. Let's get a drink, and that's a test. That's a test. And I'm sorry, if the coach says get a drink, I'm getting a fucking drink.
Okay. All right. So coach says get a drink. What drink would you get?
It's personal preference. I'd probably do a beer.
No, but there's
you're at a steakhouse. You're doing a glass of red.
Okay.
All right. A glass of red.
All right. So let's say they don't come. Let's
Shows
say
pocket awareness.
You go water. You go water, and then the owner or someone goes, I'm gonna get a bottle of red for the table. How many glasses, right? And everyone's gonna go around and be like one.
You
What
cup
are you
watch.
doing?
You cup watch.
Yeah.
You only sip when other people sip, or
No, but are you taking a cup?
Yeah. Fuck
taking
that.
a
You got to
glass?
show some type of you can't show these guys that you're scared.
Right.
You got to show them that you can command a locker room, you can command a dinner table. As far as how many cups you do, you wait, right? You see Frank Reich takes a sip, you wait 20 seconds, you take a sip, you eye it down. You don't finish first.
Yeah.
That's what you don't do.
Yeah.
And you don't finish last.
Ooh, okay.
That's what you know. You got to play the cards right.
Okay.
So
All right. Let's
be
carry
yourself,
on.
man.
Let's carry on. No, I don't know if it's a be yourself.
It also depends if you want to go to this team.
What if yourself is, an alcoholic partier?
You're probably not going to get drafted in the top 10 of the NFL draft.
I don't know. All right, so we continue around the table.
Okay.
You end up with a water and now a glass of red wine that you are pacing. Okay.
Yeah.
Waiter comes back. It's time to take the order. What's your move?
I think you order as is.
Apps?
Yeah.
Are you trying to split?
You'll do some splitsies. You're going to a steakhouse. Nobody's really going to order personal apps.
Yeah.
Maybe Andy Reid's getting a side Caesar or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, you split apps. You know what? You can't go in there scared, right? It's a dinner at the end.
But I don't think this necessarily implies you're going in scared. It means you're going in calculated. They're two different things. So what app are you getting? Or
you gotta compare reading the menu to reading an offense, right?
Yeah.
You gotta find strategic ways to analyze why certain dishes in certain scenarios aren't as optimal as maybe a calamari, or you're not going to get a calamari at a steakhouse. You're going to do fish steak. I mean, surf and turf, sure, but you got to get something that works, especially with the sides. You need to do the cream spinach. You need to do something that works.
Cream though.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying
They serve regular spinach at steakhouse?
Yeah.
Who the fuck would get that?
Someone who's trying to get drafted number one overall. Okay. So apps, you think you're going split skis. I would imagine maybe the leader at the table is probably doing apps for the table. Now you're up to the steak. Are you lock steak?
If I was an NFL coach or GM and I knew I was taking this guy, I would fuck with that.
Oh, of course.
When the appetizer comes around and you just look at the guy and go, you order for the table.
Yeah.
Don't ask any opinion. Just go.
Yeah.
Go.
What do you got?
Well, I'd be ready.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I'd be ready.
Okay, so what's your main entree? Are you going fish to show your little lean? Are you going big piece of meat? Are you going wagyu? Are you going wagyu?
I'm getting a nice 16-ounce Delmonico, something big, because they know you need to keep your weight on. You're exercising a lot. You're not going to do a T-bone or a what's the other thing that everyone shares? Porterhouse, because that's like a multiple people thing.
Yeah.
You get a classic 12 to 16 ounce.
What sides?
Mushrooms, mashed potatoes, cream spinach, the whole nine.
Okay.
The whole nine. Chances are you're with NFL guys, rich people. They're gonna lob out the sides.
All right, let's finish out this exercise. So you order, the wine gets poured, you're sip watching, bread comes down the table. Yes, no, maybe.
Bro, these are professional athletes. They're supposed to eat.
But these could be bad calories, bad carbs, empty calories, empty. I'm just saying. Look, if we got a free
season
meal,
starts in September.
if we got a all right, what if the pro day is the next day? Does this
Chances are you're
change?
not going out to dinner the night before.
Not for dinner?
No shot.
Why?
Not with the coaches.
Why?
It'll probably be a night after type thing.
Okay.
The
all
coaches
right.
want you to perform.
Okay. All right. Well, why can't you perform? Just because you had dinner the night before?
Well, they want you to get in bed early. They don't want
Yeah.
wine. The coaches are going to want to drink. Like
Yeah.
they're not putting you in a bad position.
Okay. All right. So you're fine with you're taking the mindset.
I actually think that I would do really well at one of these types of dinners.
I don't know. I don't know. Based
Maybe
off your
you heard.
answers.
What do you mean? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong?
I don't know.
So tell me what I did wrong.
All right. So then you finished the meal, great meal, and you had a glass, maybe glass and a half of wine. Dessert?
Yeah. Maybe if everyone's doing it, you definitely look at the menu.
Right.
Definitely look at the menu because just like in an NFL play, you got to read all your options.
After dessert drinks, are you indulging or are you
we
done
gonna
at the
make
wine?
out and go home with the coach?
No, I'm just.
What the
Well,
hell?
maybe
Is this
you're
a
trying to
date?
get picked.
Trying to get picked. You're not trying to
dating.
smash.
It is effectively dating. What do you mean? It's the biggest get laid of your life.
Yeah.
Be drafted number one.
There's no post dinner drinks.
All right,
You say,
last-
Coach, I got some work to do. I got to head home.
Last question. Meal ends.
You kiss.
Check comes. What's the play?
What do you mean? What's the play? If the owner's not picking up that check right away,
Of course
I
he
don't want to
is.
play for that organization.
Of course he is, but
What are you gonna say? You want to split this $10,000 check?
yeah.
No,
I think it's all mind games. You got to make the play.
dude. That's why you're not getting drafted, and I am.
Now, I do think someone else wrote that, it's probably a scenario where the check doesn't even come. It's been covered before type thing. It's some real rich people shit. But yeah, I think you just got to play the game and show them everything they want. So I teased this on last episode, but I asked Sean Clifford this when we were at
I was
dinner
gonna say
with
we
him.
could have.
We'll
ask him.
talk to him on the draft pod. But he said when he was talking to one of the coaches,
Well, he's gonna mock seventh or
it
undrafted.
doesn't matter. He still has to play the same game that everyone else has to play.
The fact that teams are wasting their money taking him out to dinner.
All right, relax. And so they're on the phone. He's on the phone with like the Broncos, one of their coordinators or coaches, and he was like, "Wow, you know, after pro day, like you're gonna be so fired up, like going out with your boys and stuff." And it's all a test. And he said the coach tried 3 different ways to get him to say, "Yeah, I'm going out with my friends."
Scum.
Yeah.
Scum.
He did go out with his friends. All right. MLB opening day. We're not a baseball podcast. We're not going to act like we're a baseball podcast.
I mean, my team went to the World Series last year.
Well, your team's also 0-1 and my team's undefeated. So if you want to talk baseball, we can. But
No, we'll have a proper MLB preview
Yeah.
pod next week with our resident Buster only Ben Porter. But it feels good, man. And you know what? The
Does
time.
it?
Yeah. But MLB opening day is always if you didn't play Little League, and it shows. MLB opening day is always a nice day, right? And to be honest, the timeline was liking it too. Pitch clock got a lot of credit on the
Were
timeline
games much
today.
faster today?
I don't think so because I was watching the first inning of the Cardinals Blue Jays, I think it was. First inning was 33 minutes.
Was there a lot of scoring?
But
or-
then you had like Corey Kluber or someone, whoever was, threw a 28 pitch inning in 7 minutes or whatever it was. So pitch clock is a win.
Yeah.
MLB opening day is just a vibe. Zero.
But what about day 2 though?
Phillies are off tomorrow.
Yeah. You're over it.
No, I'm not. I actually do think now that I picked up MLB The Show, I'm going to get back into my true
How
baseball
are you?
fandom
How
days.
are you at the game?
So you
how
played-
brutal is the game?
So what settings do you use? For hitting, I just use ABX.
Yeah, see, no, you got to do the track.
We're doing that I have to get better before I do that. For pitching, I'm doing the meter with ABX.
Of course. But that's actually not the most optimal. Is the tracker on hitting and the it's like the joystick on pitching, which is
So I made a player. His name is Juno.
Juno.
Guac is extra.
Juno. Okay.
Just all one word.
Yeah,
Guac is extra.
yeah.
They say Guac is extra.
Yeah.
So I made a player. How am I at the game?
I mean, if you're using ABX,
Buns.
Yeah.
Well, I started off on rookie or whatever, or veteran, I think it is, just to test it out. The hardest part for me is the timing. The timing of
I'm
hitting.
early every time.
I'm early
Every
time.
I've actually never been late in my entire career. On
No,
the game.
I am early every single time. I did pick up a dub against the computer last night on a
Nice.
fielding error by the Astros in the
Really?
8th inning. That felt good.
Throwing is also very hard.
Throwing's real hard. You never know when to let go of the ball. You know how many times I fucking pump fake from second to throw the ball, and then I'm trying to run
Yeah.
from second to first, and the second baseman to tags. I'm like,
yeah.
oh, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
Throwing is hard.
Running
Dude,
is hard too.
running's
It's a
easy.
tough.
Running's easy.
No, not if you have two men and you're trying to make one guy stay at first and the other guy go to third.
No, this shit's easy. I think. I
no.
don't know. Maybe I haven't gotten on
Yeah,
this.
you haven't got.
But if anyone wants to play me in the show, nope, I don't have online. If anyone wants to play me in the show, that'd be
Come over.
yeah, come through.
Come through. All right. Official prediction before we talk to Ben Porter.
World Series.
Yeah.
I'll keep the Phils out of it this year.
Okay.
I'm gonna go the Cleveland Indians out of the AL.
Guardians.
Cleveland Guardians, do not cancel me, out of the AL. Let's go with I'm gonna go with the Braves.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Braves Guardians.
I'm gonna go Angels over Dodgers.
I'll bet you something right now.
What's
Can we
that?
do half a standard you on this?
Sure. What's
Since
that?
I milked you for 50 on a contractually impossible bet to hit.
Yeah, that was
I will bet you that either Shohei Ohtani or Mike Trout are traded by the deadline.
Okay, I'll bet that.
$50.
Yeah.
Just fuck my mic up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just see that happening. I mean, the lineup is unbelievable for the Angels, and it's the same thing every year. The pitching's trash, and they're just not going to get it together. It's a contract year for Shohei. Trout just played in the biggest game of his life in March. So I think one of them gets dealt at the deadline, and look out for the Phillies to be buyers.
You're not getting Ohtani or Trout.
Why
but
not?
Respectfully.
You don't think Trout wants to come?
No, because I was told he's from New Jersey.
Yeah,
not
he actually
Philly.
probably wants to stay in Anaheim because how does he go to October games in the Link if he plays in Philadelphia? He'll be playing.
Yeah, but shorter travels.
Yeah, but like he'll be busy during October.
Yeah.
Usually he's not busy during October, so he can go to Eagles games.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Speaking of which, Trout and Tiger Woods are opening up a private golf course in my hometown.
The amount of I don't want to say clout, but that's kind of the word that you need to have to open a private golf course is
Like clout, do you just mean money?
No. Because it takes more than money. Like you could have a sick amount of money and still not open a successful golf club. When people say, "Oh, do you want to sign up for this golf
What
club?"
makes it harder to open up? I mean, obviously it's private, but different private than public.
Well, public is a government course, isn't it?
News to me.
I figured that's why it was public.
No, because
No?
I'm pretty sure I played some Ron Jaworski courses.
Yeah.
He's not the president.
He's got clout, I guess. I don't know. All right, let's talk NFL.
See, that's what I'm
What?
saying. You just say shit and talk out of your ass with no basis. Oh, privates, you got to have a lot of clout.
No,
you just need
I-
money. Like, there's no difference between that and public.
No, I'm saying to be successful. Like they're just going to go on the grounds of it's Mike Trout and Tiger Woods. Like obviously they'll get a full membership.
You just need to have tee times available.
No,
People will play.
they'll get full membership because of that. Versus some billionaire wouldn't fill up a club just because he's opening a private course. But because Tiger Woods and Mike Trout are, I would bet on it being successful.
Yeah, so would I.
Exactly. That was all I was saying. Eagleson has in the notes here NFL : Lamar. Have we not talked Lamar trade requests?
Well, I mean,
Have we?
I think
Have we or no? I actually don't know.
Lamar trade. When did it come down? I don't think we have.
Have we not?
I don't think we have. I also just want to keep a finger.
Oh, it happened on Monday.
Yeah, I want to keep a pulse on this. Just do status check-ins on you and where you're at in your mental and Lamar Jackson situation, because there was a wrench thrown into this whole thing.
What was that?
The fact that he asked for a trade.
Yeah.
So the floor is yours.
Lamar Jackson requests a trade. How do I feel about that? I'm excited for him to be. I hope he goes somewhere else. Ravens fans.
Oh, you're at that point of grieving. Okay.
No, it's not grieving.
Acceptance stage.
Yeah, I'm ready for him to get his fucking jam on again and be the guy. And right now, it kills all the vibes. The Baltimore thing. Like, he plants the tweet 2 minutes into John Harbaugh's press conference.
Calculated as fuck.
Yeah, as fucking, and Harbaugh's just like, yeah.
That's bullshit, though.
He's still going to be our quarterback. Like,
Okay.
I'm excited for him to be our quarterback. And I'm like, I don't know who to believe anymore, as all Ravens fans believe at this point. They just want it to be over. I think they should want to keep Lamar Jackson, but that
The Ravens are such fucking scum. Like, they do this thing where they give him the non-exclusive agreement and they say, go talk to other people.
Yeah.
Then Lamar's like, all right, fine. So he asked for a trade. And now he's the bad guy for asking for a trade? People are ripping him for asking for a trade
Steve
throughout.
Bishotti's a broke boy. I mean,
Dude,
what can
this
we
is just
say?
it's making Lamar look like the bad guy, and it's actually a lot easier to defend him now because he's not going to be on your roster.
Yeah.
But when that trade request hit, that hit way bigger than any NBA trade request we've ever gotten. And I feel like I've never seen NFL trade requests.
Yeah, it's very rare.
Of his stature.
He's one of the guys, and he did request a trade on March 2nd. So I did like to visualize the fact that I was probably on one knee proposing to Hallie, and
that was that day.
Same day, same day.
Lamar's texting to Costa, y'all out,
and Hallie's like, I'm in. So brutal beat.
One door opens, another one closes,
Tough.
brother.
Yeah, we'll see how Lamar's situation plays out.
But I want to how do you every week I want to check in at this point? How do you think? Not what do you want? We know what you want.
How do I think it plays
this
out?
is going to play out?
Today, on March 30th, at 7:40 p.m., I think the Ravens will find a way to keep him.
I mean, they signed Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah, it seems like they've just killed any market outside of the league, and he does seem desperate at this point in time with how he's coming out publicly with this stuff.
That's bullshit, though. The fact that it frames him as desperate. He's not desperate. Yeah, he's desperate to. He's an MVP.
Why are you the biggest Lamar guy?
Because he's not a Raven anymore.
What if he is, though?
Fuck him.
Yeah, okay. All right, fair enough. Maybe he'll be a commander, which is one of the funnier ideas that was proposed, that Dan Snyder would give Lamar Jackson $300 million guaranteed and then sell the team, which would cause the new ownership group to put $300 million in escrow, which would be, a little illiquid.
For those of you who don't know what escrow means, it means put it aside in a piggy bank.
Yes.
For later.
That cannot be touched. That is guaranteed. So, yeah, the Commanders are up for sale, $6 billion, 2 offers fully funded apparently already. Look, once you have that type of money, no more money is really changing your life. So owning an NFL team is probably what you want to do. You're one of 32 people in the most important sport in the world, but for 6 Bs, maybe it is time to get out.
If the Washington Commanders can sell for $6 billion, you listening out there, you can do anything you put your mind to. That poverty franchise. Little Philadelphia Twitter doesn't like this.
Why?
Because Josh Harris, the owner of the Sixers, who also owns the New Jersey Devils, is in on a bid for the Commanders. He has no idea what he's doing with the Sixers organization, so that leads me to believe that things are not changing down in the D.C. area if he is
So why wouldn't Philly like it? They just don't like the Washington division.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't know what he's doing with the Sixers, wouldn't it be a good thing?
At the end of the day, it's the Commanders, so it's not really.
But the end of the day, it's the Commanders because Snyder's the owner, right?
Nah.
No, I'm telling you that's how it works.
I mean, that's just you can say that because we don't know what a life without Dan Snyder is. We don't know what a.
But at the end of the day, it's the Cowboys. Why?
So
why? Because the Cowboys
it's a vibe and it's an aura.
But why is that the vibe and the aura?
So are you telling me
is
Steven Ross the owner of the Dolphins?
Yeah.
So if he sells the team, you're going to be like, forget about the last 8,000 days. Like, it's a new era. We can win a playoff game now.
Yeah, I would be more optimistic.
So you're a big owner guy. They have impacts.
Owners. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
See, I would be a backseat owner.
The best owner? Yeah, you'd be the worst owner.
I'd be a great owner.
No, you'd be the worst.
I wouldn't do shit.
You'd try and be Cuban combined with Jerry Jones. You'd be in with the players, try and be their boy Michael Rubin style, and then you'd also try to make all the general managing decisions. You'd be brutal all around. And I get it. If you were worth,
I would totally stick my foot where it doesn't belong.
Yeah. If you're worth $6 billion,
you couldn't tell me shit.
And I'm playing pickup in Madison Square Garden every morning. Players.
I'm in layup lines.
Yeah,
I'm in layup lines for sure.
I'm ball boying.
Actually, who's gonna let's say the fucking Mavs and Grizzlies are playing tonight. Actually, in Dallas, who is stopping Mark Cuban from throwing on a warm up and joining the layup line?
No one would stop him. I think the players would speak out, and then the owners would say, "Hey, this is not a good look for all of us. So let's put a rule in place that random heads just can't participate."
You don't want me in layup lines? other owner,
Yeah.
whoever, Josh Harris, play me one-on-one. I'm gonna get mines.
Cuban's actually a good basketball player. But
it's all relative.
yeah, it's relative given that he's an owner of the team. Speaking of the NBA, congrats. Let's get a round of applause.
Like the beam.
Light the beam, and more importantly, congrats to the New York Jets. You currently hold the longest playoff appearance drought in professional sports, 12 years. Kings broke that last night by way of, I believe, Minnesota losing.
No.
Who?
How do you not know your boys? Minnesota?
Yeah.
No, they didn't lose to them. They beat Portland.
No. Oh, I was saying Minnesota lost to Phoenix, so that knocked that clinched them at the 3. But no, I didn't realize that it was because they beat Portland. That's correct. So Kings are in the playoff. Cuties or just like the Kings?
Yeah, cute as fuck.
Are they? But no one's actually like your contender.
You're a 3 seed. You can be considered a cute.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. If you're a
Were
3,
Vikings cuties this year or just frauds?
whatever you want to call it.
No, because cuties are like the.
No, I actually do think that the
Who's
Kings.
cute in the NBA this year?
Every team in the West. Every single team in the West. No, the reason that I actually do think the Kings are cuties and not just the Kings, watch them play. They're fucking good. They are.
They don't play defense.
They don't play
They're
defense.
fun.
They
They're
score
fun.
140 points a game.
Yeah.
They could take a team in the first round 6. They could beat a team in the first round. If they
In the
play-
West. In the
if they-
West.
yeah, they won't win a second playoff
Yeah.
round series, but I think for sure this Kings team is fun. Sabonis is a stud. Fox is a stud. Herder's coming to his own. This team is Keegan Murray can shoot the lights out. This team's fun.
Yeah, he just broke the rookie
I-
three-point record, which once again proves there is no defense. It is just a volume thing now in the NBA, and people are just shooting the shit out of threes. In addition to that, is that fucking Drew Holiday scored 50 points on 22 shots last night.
There was somebody else
And-
last night who had a crazy amount of points. Where I was like,
Shaden Sharp had 36 points.
No, but that's different
and
because nobody's
Emmanuel
playing for them.
quickly had 40 points 2 nights
who
ago.
the fuck was it? Somebody.
How many points?
It was like 25, but it
Oh,
was from like Buns McGee.
Yeah.
I forget who it was, but there was somebody, and
Yeah.
it would have pissed you off.
I mean, it's just insane. And we'll see how the playoff, was Knicks Heat a preview of what the playoffs are going to be? Or is that just too
I don't know,
often
fill me in. You think I watched that poverty of a game?
offensively inept game? The Heat scored 91 points. The Knicks scored, I think we scored like 102.
Scored
101.
more. That's all that matters.
Yeah, we definitely scored more. We've pretty much locked up the 5, but Julius Randle, ankle sprain, out 2 weeks.
You know what he should do?
What?
He should go to the LeBron James of ankles.
Oh, he is lefty LeBron.
He should go to the LeBron
That's a
James
good
of ankles.
point. That's a good point. Yeah, I'm a little nervous for Jules. It didn't look good, and as much as Knicks fans love to hate on Julius Randle, they're a better team when he's on the floor. So get better soon. The good thing is, with that win last night, the Knicks have not locked up, but virtually locked up the 5 seed in the Eastern Conference. So they won't be.
Surely
in the play-in.
Donovan Mitchell won't make you guys regret in a playoff series.
No, we'll make him regret.
Do
And
you-
we got fucking
actually-
Emmanuel quickly. It
Wait,
don't
no.
matter.
Actually, what is
Yeah.
your level of confidence in a playoff series against the Cavs?
They're the better team. They've got the better players. They should win for sure.
Sounds like Hawks.
Yeah.
The Hawks series from a few years ago.
No. The difference is we have Jalen Brunson and Emmanuel quickly. The real difference is we're good now, and that COVID year. No, we are. We're good. We have good basketball players now. In 2020,
He caught lightning in a bottle.
and they tried harder on defense, and Julius wasn't consistent. And now like it's Alfred Payton in 2020, and now it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Reggie Bullock in 2020, and now it's Emmanuel Quickly or Quentin Grimes, and it's already
We're just
there.
crawling to
It's
the
already
playoffs
there.
at this point.
And we did have Nerlens Noel back then, and now we have Mitchell Robinson, who was out in that series. So the Knicks are good now, but the Cavs are loaded. I think if the Cavs were in the West, they would be up in the 2 or the 3 seed there. So
I think that's fair.
we'll see. We'll see when we get there. You guys are pretty much locked into the 3, I believe.
Appears so. You got Boston versus Milwaukee tonight, and then we play Boston one more
Okay,
time, but
so
they have the tiebreaker.
Yeah,
So.
you could
Most
look
likely
at
the
it.
3 seed.
Yeah. But a team that's not locked in right now
No.
is the Dallas Mavericks.
Dude, holy shit.
You know that I'm a huge Mavs fan right now.
Why?
Because the Knicks hold the
Oh, I
Mavs
didn't know
pick,
it's like
but it's
top
top
lotto
10 protected,
protected or
and they're so damn bad that we might not even get the pick this year.
This is record timing for Kyrie.
Yeah.
This was one of his more impressive accomplishments ever. Is just absolutely showing up and just causing a shitstorm. I think he averages
a clusterfuck.
a clusterfuck is the word that he used. I think he's thrown out a fan a game.
Yep.
At this point, he managed to make Luka hate basketball.
Yeah.
Like Luka
Hate
literally
life.
is depressed.
Yeah.
Him and Joel were making out at half court last night.
Yeah.
On one hand, I'm like, okay, Joel's gonna go to Dallas.
Yeah.
And on the other, I'm like, Luka's gonna come to Philly. Kyrie, man, I think Kyrie and Luka are like 4-12 together or something like that.
They're really bad.
7-12, whatever the hell it is. This Kyrie Irving, unless he has LeBron in his corner, which he will probably this offseason, I don't understand how any team. He is fucking spectacular.
Who would you rather have on your team, Ben or Kyrie?
Kyrie.
Because look, both, and I'm counting the contracts, which they're probably at the same amount of cap hit. Ben isn't going to play.
Again, Kyrie's really good at basketball.
No,
Outside of all
but he is a detriment on so many levels. Ben, they just like shut him down and move him to the side.
Right.
And with Kyrie, it's just in the news. It's constant.
Right. Ben is a dead cap $35 million.
Right.
Kyrie isn't dead cap because he plays. However, he could be as spectacular as he wants.
Yeah.
He's going to make that locker room burn to the ground. And it is record timing. This guy, it's so impressive. Everywhere he goes, he fucking ruins unless he has LeBron.
Mavs were in the Western Conference Finals last year. They're now in the 11th
And they got Kyrie.
Yeah.
They added Kyrie.
But they lost Jalen.
They lost Jalen Brunson.
lost Jalen
And they added Christian. It's just, you wouldn't want Kyrie on the Knicks.
No.
No shot.
The Knicks avoiding Zion, Kyrie, and KD.
Don't say avoiding KD.
What do you mean?
Come on.
No.
He's not. Zion is legitimate.
Inefficient Jaden McDaniels? Is that who you're talking about?
Okay.
Is that who you're speaking on?
Move on.
Kevin Durant can't stay healthy. Kevin
Okay,
Durant,
but it's also.
pick a team that Kevin Durant has played for where he's
No,
like,
I get it. I hear you. But like, to say he can't stay healthy, maybe it's the Joel Embiid fan in me where it's like, he got fucking elbowed in the face 2 weeks before the other. Like, he fell during warm-ups because the floor was slippery. Like, injury prone versus unlucky is a thing.
Trust the Suns in the playoffs by any stretch.
Is the only reason because they haven't had enough time?
No. Well, that's a big part of the reason.
Of course.
That's a big, and the other reason is you got, once Rudy Gobert starts getting foul calls, the boys are in trouble in Death Valley. All right, Cuck of the Week. My Cuck of the Week belongs to, and I have not been hating on this man. You have to admit, at least I'm not the lead hater.
He's been out.
I'm not the lead hater. No, over the last 2 years, COVID really changed me, I feel like.
I feel like you birthed a lot of more haters and how you let them do your work. Like how you hired people to post on Snap now.
Exactly.
You hired people to hate on LeBron for you.
But my Cuck of the Week is LeBron James because he got too smalled by Patrick Beverley. The Patrick Beverley who got traded away from the Lakers, got cut by his new team. I think he was on the Magic for
he got bought out. He
14
was never
minutes.
play for them,
and is now like somewhat leading Chicago to the playoffs. And the best part about the whole thing is Patrick Beverley has never missed the playoffs. So are the Bulls live? They might be.
Well, does this count if Patrick Beverley No, he has to go to the playoffs. They're in the play-in right now. They're the 12 seed, I think it is.
The Wolves won in the play-in last year. That's why he
LeBron actually got double cucked in this situation. Did you see how it played out last night?
Yeah.
Austin Reeves hit him with a too small.
Yeah.
And then he was asked about it in the locker room after the game, and he was like, Austin's always got my back, except for that one time. Like, he loves Kobe.
Yeah.
There's an old tweet from Austin Reeves before he was in the NBA, pretty much just like shitting on LeBron and bringing up Kobe. He got double cucked. The guy that saved you actually hates you.
Yeah. Patrick Beverley did have a goose egg last night.
He got a dub. No, they got smacked too. He was also like a minus 39. That's not the only news that LeBron made this week. LeBron came back. Why did LeBron come back? Because he met with the LeBron James of feet. What do you think the LeBron James of feet? How does one earn the title being the LeBron James of feet?
Egotistical.
Misdiagnosing and passing to the other doctor because it's the right decision.
Yeah. That type of guy.
Yeah, LeBron James went he pretty much needed his foot amputated is what I got out of this interview. And instead he decided to beat all odds and come back like the warrior that he is and come back years, or they needed surgery.
Yeah.
The foot was going to fall off.
Yeah.
He goes, LeBron James' feet, they've never seen something like this anymore. They have never seen it. And just hats
You
off.
know what a LeBron guy is like so deep into making fun of it that it's gotten bad.
Yeah. I mean,
And with the bad though, it is so funny.
no, because I've accepted.
Just to be able to say that with a straight face, and he wasn't kidding,
Dude,
is
he was
insane.
dead. So I only originally saw the quote, and then I saw the video, and I was
with the
mad.
quote, you would have thought he was just making a
of
mockery
course,
of
but
the
if you
media.
watch it, he actually gets like mad. He like looks at the reporters like, I went to LeBron James' feet, bitch. And everyone probably looked around and was like, what does that even mean? Like
The best part is there isn't like a clear, like when people say Caitlin Clark is like the female Steph Curry, it's like, okay, the shooting, we got it. What
does
would the
that
LeBron
mean?
James feet? Is he saying it's the best foot doctor in the world? Is that what he was insinuating?
maybe it's the second best. Who knows? I mean,
Some would say it's outside the top five.
This is a look into LeBron's feeling about himself, which I wonder how LeBron feels about himself. I've never heard. But to your point, I'm a huge LeBron guy, and I have been for years. And I've since kind of altered my way that I go about talking about LeBron. What I like to do now is appreciate the content that comes out and feed it to the haters.
Of course, get
Like
him going.
send it to
Rile
them
up.
and get it going.
Yeah.
Because back in 2018, whenever the Cavs beat the Warriors in Game 7, that's when I just like said, okay, I'm not listening to any of you anymore. My mind's made up. He's the GOAT. Nothing's changing.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the 3 or 4 years leading up to that, where I was defending LeBron day in and day out, it was fucking exhausting.
Yeah.
So finally, when he did the final feat and got over the hump and was able to finally eclipse.
Final feet, no pun intended there. Wow.
Yeah, right. To get over the hump and to pass Jordan, I took a step back. I was like, I don't need to do this anymore. This guy is going to provide me enough content by
I
being
can fight about Trey Turner. And
right.
shit.
This guy is going to provide me enough content for being the most egotistical, selfish, hysterical, content-driven guy I've ever seen in my life. Why don't I just like appreciate this while I have it? Because he's not going to be in the league long. But I also thought about like with LeBron haters, once Bronny's in the league, like he's got to stick around. Like he's got to have more content.
LeBron will be in our lives for the next 15 years. Easy.
15.
Like easy, that's for sure.
Like consistently being posted on
Yeah.
the timeline from
Yeah,
SportsCenter
yeah.
account.
Yeah.
I can't
Like
wait.
MJ has disappeared for the most part.
Looks he got fired in Charlotte.
Who's your cuck of the week?
My cuck of the week goes out to the Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens recently are giving me a lot of Danny Ainge vibes. And you know why you guys are cucks? You guys are playing around with Lamar. You know who you're looking at? Who's the sexy chick walking down the street? Did you see who you guys offered a contract to? Baker Mayfield.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you did. No. You didn't see that report?
No.
Bring it up. Jeremy Fowler report. You offered Baker Mayfield a job, and it was a contract, and he didn't take it because he wanted
Contract doing what? Commercials?
he wanted an opportunity to start, and this was before the Lamar trade request, and that's why he went to
he
Tampa.
wouldn't start over Pro Bowl Huntley.
You refuse to believe that you guys offered Baker a contract. But my point is the whole Danny Ainge thing. It's getting fucking annoying. How many receivers that I've seen the Ravens are looking into? Odell, D-Hop, Cortland Sutton's the new one. It's very, the Ravens had an agreement with, boom. The Ravens reportedly tried to sign Baker Mayfield, but Mayfield declined an offer and joined
From
the Bucs.
NFL at NFL.
There was a
Rums.
Jeremy Eagleson. Find the Jeremy
No.
Fowler report. Jeremy Fowler report
No.
too. I think it was on like the My Sports Update account. You guys went after Baker, and you didn't know about it. I mean, I would have been in. I would have been totally in on the Ravens with Baker.
I mean, I would have been out.
But how do you like? Is it me or is every day there's a new?
Well, we would need a backup quarterback.
Is it me
regardless.
or is it every? Well, you have Lamar still. Every day there's a new receiver that the Ravens are tied to, and it just feels like they're going to get none of them.
It definitely.
You saw the Cortland Sutton stuff.
No,
today.
I know. We've been in rumors because we obviously need a wide receiver, and
You got Aguilar.
yeah, we do have Nelson Aguilar and Walmart Mecole Hardman, aka Rasheezius Bateman. But no, my belief is that stuff is actually happening, and they're waiting to see. Like D Hop's not going to say, "Hey, I want to go play in Baltimore" if Lamar's not going to be there, or Baker Mayfield. You know, if it's just Pro Bowl Snoop, he doesn't want to be
This is
there.
a weird offseason, man. Like, is Rodgers going to the Jets? Is
Yeah.
Lamar going to be a Raven?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think yes and no is the answer.
Where
to this.
else would he be? Indy? That seems like the only spot.
There's 30 there's 25 teams, 26 teams that should be on the. This is what I wanted to talk about with Lamar. Is let's go through the teams, right? Eagleson, do me a favor and bring me up.
I got you.
Okay, let's go through the teams in each. I'll tell you the teams that have good reason not to call the Ravens.
Steelers.
Let me go.
I know. I was just gonna give you the team.
No, I'm gonna give you my list.
Okay.
Whether you want to believe it or not, the Eagles. We'll just leave it at that. I know you didn't include them on your list. The Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Bills. The Bengals. The Chargers. Maybe the Jaguars.
Definitely the Jags.
Those are the only teams that shouldn't feel the need to go after Lamar. Then
No. That's not true. That shouldn't have a conversation.
Sure.
Because if you hold the number 1 or number 2 pick, right, and you're like, oh, we really love Bryce Young, we'd rather have a quarterback on a rookie deal than pay all this guaranteed money. I actually do understand that, but you should still call and find out what the situation.
And then my opinion is every other team in the NFL should be calling the Ravens.
Yeah.
Then there's the team that should most definitely be calling the Ravens, but have no chance because they're locked into their very average to above average mid quarterback.
Yeah.
New Orleans, Arizona, Dallas, Minnesota,
Vegas now with Jimmy.
Vegas. It's those middling teams where it's like you really shouldn't have made your decision so early, which you didn't know how it was going to play out like this. But now you're kind of fucked in that. And then every other team should be offering the kitchen sink. If you're a fan of a team that I didn't just name specifically, and you don't think that your team should trade for Lamar Jackson, seek help.
What about Jets fans? I've talked to Jets fans.
They came out and said that Jets they're sticking with Rodgers.
Everyone has come out and said they're sticking with their guy. Arthur Blank said it's a different situation.
Jets fans yesterday should not have wanted Lamar. Jets fans today should want Lamar.
Why?
Because the turf got changed at MetLife.
Oh, that's a good point.
The turf got changed at MetLife.
And I'm going to shoot this down one more time. Dove Kleiman referenced...
No, there is another... I know, because I saw... The reason I didn't send this original report, we're talking about the Baker Mayfield stuff, is because it says per Joe Bucks fan.
That's what I mean.
But there's another one that's Jeremy Fowler. I swear.
I don't know.
I swear to you.
Eagleson, delete the photos so that I can see the rest of the notes. It is time for... We'll skip the internet graphic. We don't need to make fun of LeBron anymore. He out of all the lies that he has in his predictions, he did go to that game and see Steph play.
This probably isn't a lie.
Yeah.
LeBron saying he knew that Steph was special when he posted a Davidson clip.
That might be an exaggeration, but he was there for the run. So I'll give him the little bit of credit that he deserves. But we're going to rank the greatest breakfast cereals of all time. My number 3, Lucky Charms. Milk, hitting those pseudo Cheerios, but then you get the marshmallows. And when the marshmallow soaks in the milk for the proper amount of time.
That's where it gets ass.
That's a top 3 cereal.
No.
If it soaks I said proper. I didn't say for too long.
That's like you just need it wet, and then you have to eat it right away really fast.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with marshmallows, or Lucky Charms. The marshmallows are kind of too sweet. They get really soggy in the milk very quickly. And the other bullshit that they serve with it, whatever it is, zero taste. Lucky Charms are, in my opinion, which this is your list, so that's fine, one of the most overrated cereals. A staple cereal, which is my number 3. I'm not going to read exactly what it says.
You got to read it.
I'm not going to.
You got to read it.
Or Honey Nut Cheerios.
Honey Nut in your mouth Cheerios.
It's not what that says.
That's exactly what
That's not what that says.
Okay.
Honey Nut Cheerios. And to be honest, I'm not...
It's not a top 3 cereal of all time.
For me, it is. It's a classic. Okay. It's something that I can always just stick my hand. This is more of a cereal for me to stick my hand in the box, take a mouthful, not make a bowl.
Yeah.
So I needed a versatile roster with my 3 picks. So for me, Honey Nut Cheerios is my number 3. And my number 2, which I've loved since I was a kid, not the fucking berry version.
No.
Not the fucking... I don't even know what
PB,
version.
Though. They got PB.
They do have PB, and I'm a sucker for PB. Yeah. Captain Crunch. Yeah. Just a fantastic cereal. I don't actually know, what is the Captain Crunch? Is it it's supposed to be a corn?
What?
The yellow. Corn Pops are supposed to be corn. What is Captain Crunch?
Are Corn Pops supposed to be corn?
Could have made that up, too. Do mini wheats have wheat in them?
I have no clue. But I was looking. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss any top cereals, so I did a look through. And I think mini wheats or Chex was like up at top 2.
I'm a Frosted Mini Wheats guy for sure.
But not top 3. My number 2 is Reese's Puff. Reese's Puff.
Peanut butter chocolate flavor. Fire.
Which is pretty much a bowl of peanut butter Captain Crunch and chocolate Captain
Cocoa
Crunch.
Puffs.
Yeah, combined.
No, it's peanut butter Cocoa Puffs and Cocoa Puffs.
What's Captain Crunch? They're all
That's
the
what
same.
I'm saying.
No, they're all the same.
What do you mean?
Like, isn't Captain Crunch the same as Cocoa Puffs?
Same in terms of what?
Like, they're the exact same. They're just the little pellets that
Yeah,
taste
the
the
balls.
same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't they taste the same?
Like
Like Reese's Puff, Captain Crunch,
no,
and
there's a different texture. The Reese's
Are you
Puffs,
sure?
the dark ones are
Eagleson.
smoother.
Pull up.
If you're trying to tell me that
I'm trying to think of what,
the chocolate
I'm trying
in
to
Reese's Puffs
see
is
what
not Cocoa Puff.
Captain Crunch.
Like
Let
I
me-
think it's like there's a reason it's yellow like that.
Oh, that is not. See, yeah.
What are you talking about?
No. In my head, that shape. That's not where I was thinking. I was, and you know what I left off my list that actually would supersede Lucky Charms is Rice Krispies.
Oh, that is horrid.
Yeah.
Wait, whoa. Just Rice Krispies.
No, chocolate Rice Krispies.
So Cocoa Krispies.
Yeah, yeah.
That shit you gotta eat instantly.
Yeah.
Or then it gets soggy.
Yeah. But that's fire.
That with the if you're giving me that, I'm taking Cocoa Puffs because you get the chocolate milk. And the number 1, we're aligned. The GOAT, undisputed GOAT, never lost, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Go.
It's simple.
I haven't had cereal in a very long time. It's real. What I learned that like I don't.
So bad for you.
It's so bad.
It is strictly.
And
sugar.
I eat
That's why
hot
Honey Nut
dogs
Cheerios.
and I eat bad stuff. But cereal, you're just consuming
big cereal-
dairy and sugar.
Big Cereal was genius when we were growing up. They marketed all of this as like a healthy breakfast.
Did they market it as or is it just like a fun
Bro,
breakfast?
you know how many freaking whole grains are in Honey Nut Cheerios?
Not many.
Not as much as the added sugar that's in it. I
Yeah.
promise you that. But
Yeah.
I don't care what it is, when
bowl
it
of cereals, dude.
is. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That is like one of the most sneaky. We got to actually rank this maybe next week. Rank your favorite drunk eats. A bowl of cereal. It hits.
I don't know if I've ever done that.
I've done it. Not that I've had it, and like I've had it. My roommate had it,
Yeah.
but a bowl of drunk cereal with milk hits. Absolutely hits.
I feel like that would be like a high eats.
No,
Probably 2.
both.
All
¿Por
right.
qué no los dos?
Let's get the alcoholic in here himself. No, I'm kidding. Miss Eagleson. He doesn't drink.
Well, he's legal.
He just no. I know. I'm saying, but like we don't want her to see him out at school. Eating drunk cereal, getting tatted up, thinking.
So I wanted to add it to a second cuck of the.
We wouldn't want that.
No, we
wouldn't
would never
no.
want that. We would never.
But what
want
we
that.
do want to talk about is some puck.
We do.
Definitely want to talk some high.
Oh, you speak French now.
What?
You said we want to.
We
We want to talk puck.
I want to talk some puck.
What's up, dude?
What's going
What's
on?
up?
I wanted to say the cereal is the greatest drunk eats. Probably, maybe not
My
ever.
guy.
You are spot on. It's amazing.
Dude, it's really, really.
It
good.
is really good.
What's your just rapid fire? What's your top 3 cereals? And if you say some dumb shit that we've never heard of, what the puck is canceled?
You said Frosted Flakes wouldn't be on there. I 100% put them on there.
It's fair. They're good.
I also what is it called? The Frosted Mini Wheats. So fire, you guys.
I said I like those too. Definitely not top 3.
I think it's so good. What's number one?
It's interesting. You're taking like that's all the yellow, orange, beige, like limited taste. I feel like in those two.
That's why you get the frosted ones. But if you
Yeah.
eat them without milk, you're gasping for water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your
Sure.
number
It's like
one,
a Popeye's biscuit for sure.
Yeah, you guys like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Can't go wrong, obviously.
best, undisputed,
Yeah.
never lost.
Yeah.
Are there any Canadian cereals we should try?
Like,
Which we won't.
I guess I just wouldn't know what okay, going to the US, you guys have so many crazy different kinds of cereals. Been in like your Walmarts,
That's why we're fat.
Walmarts and shit. You guys have all these different kinds, these like peanut butter, frosted flake, like all different kinds of shit with different variations.
That's why I said with the Captain Crunch, they have like different variations. where it's
Fruit
like,
Loop. You also got Fruit
Yeah, like
Loops.
we
You got,
we have none of those variations. We have all the
Wheaties.
basic stuff. That's about it.
Yeah.
Nothing.
we tend
Does
to do
Tim
the
Hortons
most.
have any like cereals?
No, they're not handing out bowls of cereal at Tim Hortons.
Why is he laughing at me?
Yeah, You work for us, bitch.
All right, let's talk some hockey. I'll get a little timer guy up. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
All right. What the puck in 3, 2, 1.
It's been 66 days since I've had to give a fuck about the Leafs' regular season. We've been locked in to play Tampa for the second year in a row, and with about 6 games left, Tampa keeps looking worse and worse. It really seems like these past few runs are catching up with them. They aren't nearly as deep as they used to be, especially at left wing. Tanner Jeannot, who they gave way too much up for at the trade deadline, has been a dud. Vasilevsky has struggled more than we've ever seen out of him. So basically, what I'm saying is if the Leafs cannot fucking get out of the first round against this Lightning team, there is no other option but to move the team. Toronto, clearly cursed. Maybe move them down the road a little bit to Mississauga. Something needs to change if they manage to hurt all of us Leafs fans like this again. We are tied for the second longest playoff appearance streak in the league and have not left the first round a single one of those times. If that says anything about you. Now, that's just my trauma talking, really. This is easily the best team Kyle Dubas has put forward. No question. Best defensively also. All of the guys, Nylander, Matthews, Marner, have all stepped up their game defensively so much.
He just said this is the best team that whoever the fuck their GM put together. This is the best team that Daryl Morey's put together or that the Sixers GMs have put together. He said they're unbelievable defensively this year. Sixers are unbelievable defensively. He said their 3 guys have stepped up. Maxey stepped up. Harden has stepped up this year. Embiid has taken his game to another level. They both always have a chance, always convince their fan base that they have a chance, and they always fucking lose in the same spot. Obviously, the Leafs are the first round. The Sixers are the second round. The Leafs are the Sixers. I just learned from that.
So is this the year for both?
Oh, I think it is. I don't know. You said
Dude,
it.
I will. You can take the Leafs if it means that it's the Sixers' year to go to the
And
third round.
you could have the Sixers. It's okay. I would do almost anything.
You didn't mention anything about the Oilers.
I mean, they lost to the Golden Knights the other night, which I know is not great considering they'll most likely play them in the West playoffs. So not a great sign. Other than that,
Okay.
Other than that, they've McDavid keeps doing his thing, and the rest of the team sucks. So
What'd you call him?
McDavid, I got nothing right now.
He's conceding.
Nah,
He is
fuck.
conceding. How? When do the playoffs start? I know that the NHL playoffs start a little bit before the NBA.
Yeah, it'll be like mid-April. There's about 6 games left for the Leafs right now. Everyone's sitting around 74, 75 games.
And most of the playoff matchups seem to be locked. I heard that the Rangers are playing the Devils.
Yep, that's going to
which
be
will
a
actually
huge series.
Really fun for
Yep.
for this.
That's
part
you
of
versus
town.
me. I'm from New Jersey.
Yeah. Now he's claiming New Jersey. You're in New York now, buddy.
I'm not from here. I lived in Philadelphia. You still said I was Jersey.
You are.
You're going to let him
York or
buddy
am I
you like
Jersey or
that?
am I Philly?
First of all?
What?
You're going to let him buddy you like that?
Did you just call me buddy?
Yeah.
I'll let it slide because I didn't hear it.
All right.
All right. Well, any fun plans this weekend?
Nothing too crazy in terms of plans, but I did want to say, Abe, if you think you're going to be great at this steak dinner thing with the NFL execs and whatnot, they're going to be looking at the way you sit too, right? Like they're going to take that into consideration.
Dude, so
That's a
what I
great
meant to
point.
say
That's
was
a
like,
great point.
if that Twitter troll didn't like how I sit in the stew,
Yeah.
he sure as hell wouldn't like how I sit when we do a remote. I don't have pants on.
Well, maybe he would like that.
Maybe he would.
True.
You never judge it. I did have someone come to my defense though in the comments.
Oh, really?
Repeat what he said.
Yeah,
I didn't see
that's not. You can go find
can go
that on
find it.
Twitter.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Final Four. We didn't talk about it,
Ooh.
but I'm rooting for UConn, praying to the
I
heavens.
don't think they're gonna win.
Yeah, definitely.
They just haven't been challenged yet.
Yeah, but who's left to challenge them? We shall see. Hope everyone has a great weekend, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on Monday. Much love. Peace.